Which came first, the adventure or the airplane? One February morning, two couples awoke at 4 a.m. to set off on an epic expedition to Gokyo in the Everest region of Nepal known as Sagarmatha, which means forehead in the sky. Three pilots and an aviation maintenance technician, A&P mechanic, trekked north from Lukla, the world's most dangerous airport. Our destination was Gokyo-ri, 5,357 meters of elevation, flight level 175 for you APs. But the trip ended differently than we planned. More than half of the pilots on our team were women. Pretty good odds considering in 2020 only 7% of the world's pilots are women. One woman is the founder and the other is the current owner of One Plane Jane, which sells products to empower women everywhere, inspired by female aviators and her love of adventure. It was my third trip to Nepal, Angel's second, and Angee and Kevin's first. It had been 2 years since our last trip to Nepal, just long enough to forget how much it hurt. Humans are funny like that. It only took 26,280 steps and 6 hours of walking on the first day to remember. That night's pot of honey and lemon tea reminded me why we returned. And the homemade Sherpa cookies offered the next morning by Daki at the Everest Pilgrim Lodge confirmed that I wasn't dreaming. We were back, and we were entering the park on the Tibetan New Year. We remembered the second day as the hardest, but the second time wasn't as bad as the first. Experience gave us confidence in ourselves, and it changed our expectations into intentions. We left Manjo just after breakfast around 10 a.m. and arrived 4 hours and 11,466 steps later in Namche for lunch.
Namaste!
After lunch, we went on our first acclimatization hike. We saw it out the window from the lodge and decided to hike up to the helicopter pad. Of course, when you're on a helicopter pad, you have to pretend you're a helicopter and jump. Nights were spent in the dining room, studying the maps for the next day, and of course, practicing the moonwalk. The next day was our rest day, or really an active recovery, to prepare for higher elevations. So we hiked up, and this time pretended to be airplanes on the old airstrip. Back in town after lunch, we hiked up to the monastery and tried to bring as much good fortune as possible by spinning all of the many wheels. Back in town, we dined with new friends, Rachel and Jeff, Emma and Ed.
Morning, guys!
Morning! Day 4. Planning is guessing, and Mother Nature does not negotiate with humans. The children passed us like mountain goats, and we stepped forward with hope. This is the day that we would be tested and tried, and what we learned may still not be realized.
How you doing?
I'm doing great. Just enjoying the Christmas morning here.
What we did learn was this: The Paradox of Our Age by the Dalai Lama. We have bigger houses but smaller families, more conveniences but less time. We have more degrees but less sense, more knowledge but less judgment, more experts but more problems, more medicine but less healthiness. We've been all the way to the moon and back but have trouble crossing the street to meet the new neighbor. We built more computers to hold more information, to produce more copies than ever, but have less communication. We have become long on quantity but short on quality. These are times of fast food but slow digestion, tall man but short character, steep profits but shallow relationships. It is a time when there
You
is
got
much in
this,
the window,
guys.
but nothing in the room.
I love you.
Love you.
But we also learned about love.
Steam? Where are you? Are you? Are you warm?